All right, Arm Day, September 26th, workout breakdown. I am excited for this workout to roll around. Definitely warrants a video. There's kind of a lot going on here. I don't think it's overly confusing, but again, you'll see what I'm saying. So you guys will have an option here today. You'll have the option, monthly emphasis. You'll have an option of just doing the lifting option, right? Just like straight up. You can choose to just come in and just work on hypertrophy and strength. It has its place. Like, I think a lot of people are going to see the next option and everybody's going to go right to that option. There's a world where like you just need to focus on strength, hypertrophy, muscular growth, and this is kind of the only way to do it. And arms, although definitely supplemental, they have their place and they have their value. And on a lot of the bigger lifts, the primary lifts, you do need your biceps and triceps to be strong enough, not only to stabilize, but to help you as synergistic muscles in a lot of those lifts. So I don't want people to always just veer away from strict lifting, especially on arm day, which I think a lot of people will look at this and be like, I need to run, or I need to row, or I got to burn some calories, or, I got to, if I do the next block, which is obviously going to be something like a Metcon, because it always is on option day, I need to do that, and I'll get strong just by doing that. And here's the thing, you won't. So you if you're new-ish, and you haven't been here that long, like under a year, then yeah, there's a world where you guys can do lifting within Metcons constantly, and you will develop some strength, and you will develop muscle tissue, of course. But if you've been here for quite some time, the only way ultimately to continue to build muscle tissue and continue to get stronger and dense in our muscle fibers is to focus on it and isolate it and do stationary lifts. So that's what this is here for. You have a buy-in and a buy-out. I did think getting your heart rate up and sweating a little bit would be kind of nice, so the buy-in is there. It also is not like an erratic buy-in. Clean to shoulder kind of forces some level of control. It's a good opportunity to kind of slow down because, again, you have the entire class to work your way through this. But pretty basic, like bicep, tricep, like you are just trying to move load. Like you could almost treat this workout like it was like an arm cycle. Obviously it's only 1 week, but like in the sense of like, I just want to move as much gross tonnage as I can with good form, and track all of that is the way to go. Now, outside of the lifting option, there's a you go, I go partner option, obviously a Metcon option. Definitely super fun. If you got somebody to do this with, I understand it's gonna be hard to pass it up. I love workouts like these, enjoy workouts like these. I already play tested this. It was fun. It's fast. It's fast as in it goes by fast. It takes the entire class, so don't get me wrong there. But I wanted to go through it for those of you that pick it, kind of some different options you have here. So everybody's gonna start on the top left, partner A and partner B. Partner A is going to do 3 minutes on the bike. While partner A is, on the bike, partner B is going to be accumulating as many of the 100 tricep extensions as possible. As soon as partner A is done, partner B is going to hop up. They're going to do 3 minutes on the bike. Partner A is then going to accumulate tricep extension. And then 2-2-1-1. So you ultimately spend 6 minutes each on the bike. It's 12 minutes total. Your goal is to finish or get as close to those 100 tricep extensions as possible. That being said, 106 minutes is a pretty tall task if you're not like super conditioned in this particular area, obviously your triceps. So this is definitely somewhere we're going into this. You guys should already, I'm going to go a weight class or two below my typical tricep extension weight. Like if you were to do tricep extensions here, like this weight is, completely different than what this weight is. So, keep that in mind. You can base it off of your actual stationary lifting weights. 1-2 weight classes lighter depending on who you are. But again, 100 is a lot and we do want to get as close to that as possible just to ensure we're getting the volume we need. When you guys are both done with that, you'll move in. Again, we're accumulating calories the entire time. So it's going to be kind of cool. The bike should never reset here. Bikes take like 5 minutes to turn off. So at no point are the bike's going to reset. And you guys won't even get close to that. Like, I think the most amount of time somebody won't be on a bike is probably like a minute, if that's stuff like you guys like go get water or something. But you finish, the Metcon, and then you guys will go either 20 or 30 calories bike. Break it up how you wish. You can do 15-15, 10-10, 5-5-5, like whatever you want to do there. You'll then go into 3 rounds. 6 or 8 calories female male, supinated curls. Partner A will do the bike and the curls. Once they're done with the curls, partner B will then go, and you guys will do 3 or 4 rounds each. Back to the 20 or 30 calories biked. And then you go up to the top right, 3 or 4 rounds each. Now you got a little bit different approach on the bike, 30 seconds at max. The cool part is that you also know there's a 20 seconds at max coming up. Those should be two different outputs, and depending on how many rounds you decide to do based off of how conditioned you are, you can kind of alter how aggressive and how forceful you want those outputs to look. But 30 seconds, again, a nice little enlightening moment for you guys to get an idea of like what's an RPM I can kind of sustain here. Again, when it's you go, I go, you do get the opportunity for the 1-to-1 work to rest ratio. It's obviously not perfectly 1-to-1. Some people might move a little bit quicker on the lifts, but ultimately, you should be getting as much rest as you are working here, which is really favorable in terms of output on these, aerobic pieces of equipment. Calories biked again, and then again the 20-second, like I just said, a little bit of a little bit harder transition here. You're going to be asked to do 20 seconds, which should be a notch up from the 30 seconds. Like 10 seconds doesn't sound like a lot. Anybody that's been on the bike an extensive amount, like 20 seconds is 10 seconds is a pretty significant amount of time, especially at those higher outputs. 8 hammer curls, 10 to 20 dips, and then your partner will go finishing with, again, the 20 or 30 calories bike. So it will be fascinating to see how many calories you guys are getting in this. Play tested. The groups were in the high 300s and guys 500. So there should be, if it's male, female, and even if it's mixed, you should be hundreds and hundreds of calories by the end of this when it's all said and done, which again is just cool and it's a different way to approach it. And hopefully people like this. But again, don't forget I think people already forgot. There's a lifting option. Don't forget about the lifting option. It's a real choice. I'm hoping some people at least pick this.